Should be live, I think. It's been 3 weeks since we've live streamed last, which is pretty crazy. I can't believe it's been a busy couple of weeks. So I almost didn't live stream this weekend, but I was like, all right, I got nearly everything I needed to get done, and I've got some downtime. Hey, what's up, King? That was incredibly quick. How's it going, man? I must have just hit the live button right when you got on. Let me know if you can hear me all right. It's going to be a pretty laid-back stream. What is going on, Mike? We are printing this head, which actually looks phenomenal. I know through the camera it probably looks pretty bad. It's just the supports that are really stringy, but the actual head itself looks fantastic. I wish it was turned the other way because the front of my face is facing the wall, but it looks perfect. It is 22 hours in so far. So, and it's right about, I think it's starting my nose potentially. So it's probably got another 15 or so hours. But what happened was at work the other day, I was walking by the lab, and one of the guys at work was scanning people. And so I was like, I want to get scanned. Like, I've never scanned myself. So we scanned myself, and then I was like, all right, well, naturally I got to 3D print it. So I printed out a miniature version, and it turned out okay. It didn't turn out great, and I thought it would be really cool and funny to like use it, like leave my head in random places. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, it'd be really funny if I made a life-size print of my head. So I picked up a spool of this silver PLA from work, because the silver shows the details pretty well in comparison to like black or white. The kind of silvery gray just shows all the tones. And I started printing this on Thursday or Friday. I think it was Thursday night, and it failed about 3 hours in. The extruder started clicking, and it was just skipping a ton of steps. So 3 layers laid down that were really like meshy. They weren't solid at all. So I swapped out the nozzle because I don't know why. That was what my instincts told me. Although the nozzle is it's not very old on here. It's only like 2 months old. But I swapped out the nozzle, hit print again yesterday, and so far, yeah, we're 21 hours in and not a skip step. It looks great. So I'm hoping that this will be done. I'm hoping the time's wrong on it and that it'll finish before I go to work tomorrow, so that way I can bring it into work and show it off. If not, then I'll have to wait the following day. The only other concern that I have is that the print says it's going to take 1 kilogram of plastic exactly. And since I lost that first 3 hours of print, I don't have a kilogram of that silver. So luckily this 3D printer has a run out sensor, so it should pause. But I'll probably be at work, so by the time I get home, I'm a little concerned, because on this one the filament sensor goes out, it's a loud alarm sound, and where I live here, there's no way they're gonna let a loud alarm sound go off all day long until I get home. So I'm hoping that this either kilogram had a little bit more than a kilogram, or that the slicer was just off by a hair, and that there is enough plastic. I don't have to deal with swapping out plastic, but we'll see. Even if I don't have any other silver, I could swap it out for, I've got black or white, which would look kind of funny, don't get me wrong. But I was talking to a guy at work, and we might actually paint this. There's a guy at work that wants to paint it. He thinks for the sake of pranks, it'd be funny if we try to make it look lifelike. So I might end up giving it to one of my coworkers to paint. So in that case, it wouldn't really matter what color the end result was in. But I would like it to be all in silver, just so that way it looks a bit better. But it's turning out awesome right now. So I think I actually have the model. Let me see if I can open this up here. Let me open up Kira real quick. See if I don't even remember what I named it. I think I named it. Oops, that's not the right version of Kira. I've got so many variations of Kira on here, just because a lot of the printers that I have kind of have their own modified version of Kira. So let's see. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's weekend going so far? It was super productive yesterday, which was awesome. I got a ton of stuff done, and then today not so much. I got home and I slept. I slept until like 2. Then I woke up right now. I was like, God, I am so hungry, and so I went and got some food. Now I'm feeling the energy as the food is digesting, kicking in. So, King, I have quite a few moderators, man, and my moderators are people that I've known for a really long time, or people that have hung out in my streams for a really long time. So, not really looking for moderators right now, man. All right, let's see. Left screen. See if I can find the model. I think I put it on my desktop as my head. Yeah. So the original bust that we scanned myself at work kind of went up to my shoulder. It was like shoulders and up. But for the sake of trying to make it life size, I didn't have the space, even though this printer can print very large. Hold on, let's try to slice. Let's see if Kira can even do it without crashing. There it is. It's my head. It looks a little bit different because of the fact that I got a haircut. I think when I got this was last week before I got my haircut. But it looks pretty damn good. And the scanner was just a little handheld scanner. We didn't have like lighting set up. I sat in an office chair and did like a 360 rotation, and it was able to grab that just off of one rotation, which is pretty impressive. I think at least it's pretty solid. So that is what is printing right now. Plus, obviously, where all the red is, that's why you see all the supports everywhere. Some of them I don't know if they're necessary, but... And that's not good. The ear is going to have a little bit of extra chunkage to it, at least on that side, but we'll see how it goes. I'm really optimistic. Let's see. Mike says, been working hard on printers, watching live stream. I got 4 printers right now, and aisle 4 having problems. All 4 have been having problems. So I've been enjoying everybody's live streams there yesterday. Chris's basement, 8.5 hours. That was great. Yeah, that dude's a beast, man. I haven't done a live stream that long in a very, very long time. It's exhausting because, one, it's like Chris was trying to do something he's never done before. Granted, he's assembled printers, but that printer he's never assembled before. 2, it's a difficult printer to assemble because it's a Delta printer, and I've built a G-Tech Delta years ago, and the instructions are not great at all. So, 1, he's like talking to chat, and he's insanely responsive to chat. One of the most responsive people I've seen to chat, which is awesome. But that definitely takes another energy and mental toll on you trying to talk while doing something for the first time like that. So yeah, I'm super impressed that he toughed it out for as long as he did and got essentially all the hardware assembled, and now, you know, today he was just doing the troubleshooting and stuff like that. Alright, you are getting blocked, King. Sorry, bud. But yeah, it was crazy. I got to catch... Yesterday I watched probably an hour and a half to 2 hours of his live stream on and off from my phone and on my computer when I was working on stuff. And then today I watched some in the morning and a little bit after, as he got towards the end part. I got to watch the final benchy, which, although it didn't turn out good, I strongly think that from what I saw, if it were me and I was in that current spot, what I would probably do is swap out the drivers for completely different drivers to see if that fixes the issue with the underpowering. I feel like I've had issues before with the kit where the drivers were just causing major problems. And then 2, I think that if he adds a purge tower to the like benchy that he printed, the quality will turn out a lot better, because when you're doing 3 colors to 1 nozzle, although I've never done it before, it is impossible for it to turn out clean without some kind of a purge tower. There's just no way. When you're pushing 3 colors of plastic through one nozzle, you have to spit out that one's plastic before pushing through the other one. So I think when he's done with it and puts in some more time, he'll get a lot better print quality out of it. So I just think, again, it's a different beast. Three colors to one is really insane in itself. So what's up, Spider Guy? Oh, Michael. Yeah, you were asking about the ANET. God, my ANET looks like shit right now because I've been in the process of kind of cleaning up and getting rid of some printers and upgrading certain printers. I can show you briefly my ANET. Hold on. It's going to be majorly overhauled. So here it is. It's been sitting in this corner. Super heavily upgraded. Hopefully you can hear me. The mic isn't really set up to pick up far audio, but it's very heavily modified. It's got an E3D hot end, auto bed leveling, a bunch of belt tensioners, frame braces, MOSFET, ATX power supply. So it's really far from stock, but it's turning out. I mean, it is awesome. So I'm actually going to be working on an upgrade, like a major upgrade for it, once I'm done with the other gajillion projects I'm currently working on. Yeah, no worries, dude. And like I said, I will do an actual, aside from the big upgrade video, I'm gonna make another video on it talking about how it's been since initial review. And it's been performing extremely well. My mini arcade cabinet was fully printed on that, which was about 40 hours of printing, and it did a beautiful job. Can you leave a link to auto bed leveling on it? I think that I went with a very cheap generic eBay one, but yeah, I can. Let me look up my eBay buying history real quick here. It's not like a BL Touch or like that. It's just a proximity sensor, I believe is what it's called. Purchase history. But yeah, I'll link you to the exact one if you'd like, because I can vouch that it does indeed work. Let's see, I probably purchased it in 2017. Where are you? Oh, you know what? I might have got it on Amazon actually, because I see my ANET A8. I bought that on February of last year. Let me check my Amazon orders. 1 second. I probably did do Amazon because of the 2-day shipping. I probably didn't want to wait. Sensor, maybe that'll bring it up. No. Auto. Where the hell did I buy it from? Unless I bought it. Interesting. I see the MOSFET. I ordered that on February 23rd. We got crying babies. Purchase history. I doubt I bought it in 2016. Let's see. We got envelopes, bearings, Bowden J-head, bearings, Bowden J-head. Where the hell did I buy it from? Let me check 2016. Oh, I did buy it in 2016. Okay. That's why I didn't see it. So, left screen, this is it right here. It's the LJ12A3, whatever the hell, inductive proximity sensor. Is he still... Few sellers, other items. Does he still have it? Yeah, this is the same one right here. So, $259 for a sensor. I'll link it in the chat if you want to go with that one. There you go. Would you trust it to leave prints on it overnight, just how it is when you buy it? No, definitely not. I would not do that. Whew. King Loco, thank you for subscribing, man. Someone shared the video on their YouTube. What do you mean by that? Do you mean someone downloaded and uploaded my video, or somebody shared the live stream on their YouTube channel? Yeah, Yeah, no problem. But yeah, I would not leave it alone at all, dude. I don't know if you just saw this. Let's go under Reddit, 3D printing. Ooh, thank you for subscribing, SpiderGuy405, from your alt. So somebody just posted, Tom did a video on this. Ana A8 burns down half the house. So yeah, I would not leave your Ana A8 alone at all. Now, I don't know the backstory to this. I've left mine printing plenty of times alone while I'm gone, because when I was doing my my arcade cabinet, I couldn't sit here for that long. I had to do stuff and go to work and things like that. But no, in its default format, there's no way in hell I would leave it alone by itself. I strongly recommend watching Tom's latest video. So I did a, let me see. So on my website, I actually went ahead and did, how do you search? I don't even, oh, there we go. Is it under safety? Okay. Read this article. I wrote this a while back for my Ana A8, which shows some of my upgrades and things I recommend. I highly recommend, like, at least looking at this as a starting point. It's like not that beefy of a read or something like that. Also, someone sent it to you. Huh, that's weird, King. Who sent it? And then Tom from Tom's 3D just did a video that's way more in depth, that I would take a look at as well, based off of what just happened. I'll place a link for that as well right here. I would say the most dangerous thing is probably the wiring between the board and the hotbed. That's where the most like voltage is drawn from, powering that heated bed. And the connectors that they use are not usually made very well or insulated very well, which causes them to heat up a lot more than they would be if they were wired properly. So it's not uncommon for the plugs to shorten out, which can cause them to then catch fire or smoke. I would at least recommend the MOSFET upgrade, which should be in that article that I linked you to. It's a really cheap, like $8 to $10 upgrade. But once you've done like some of the safety upgrades, which again maybe like check all the wiring, do the MOSFET upgrade, make sure that the firmware has like thermal runaway protection. Run your printer for some long prints and watch it to see it. Like, don't just, oh, I'm gonna run a long print this time, let's see how it goes. Like, be around for the first few long prints on it. Also, I don't know if you saw my rack, but my room has tile on the floor, so there's not carpet, meaning that tile is, you know, not likely to catch fire like how carpet would easily engulf in flames. Also, the rack that I have all my printers on is like an aluminum rack or a metal rack that I got. So that's also a lot better than having wood underneath your printer, since wood is obviously flammable, excuse me. So there's things like that that I would definitely look into at first. But yeah, you're definitely, how long can the motherboard last for until it botches? There's no way of knowing that. It depends on how well yours was manufactured. It depends on how much you print, the strain that's put on it, the wiring on yours. My Ana A8 still has the same motherboard on it, and it's been over a year now. Yeah. Okay, have fun. If you guys need me, give me a ring. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Bye. Bye, handsome. Bye, friend. No, on the lips, on the cheek, All right, have fun, be safe. Bye. I got a fan. Yeah, just, is it your first 3D printer too? Hey, Bobby. What will you do with two beautiful faces? Well, this one's going to be for pranking purposes around the office, probably. I put your A build videos on watch later, so when I get mine, I can do it along with you. Nice. That should definitely help you because the instructions are kind of garbage. They're not very good at all. Where did you order it from? Did you do GearBest or eBay or? I'm working on right now a review for this guy. So I can show you guys. This little Delta, the Biku Magician. It's a super fun. It's pre-built. Has like an auto bed leveling function, LCD screen. It says it's a 32-bit motherboard, which is pretty damn impressive. But yeah, I'm printing out stuff on that. So yesterday, well, I printed out this guy the other day, which turned out super good. Oh man, it looks so overexposed. But it's a, you can't even see the detail at all. It's a really nice looking pixel skull. And then I printed this guy in vase mode yesterday, which also turned out awesome. I printed super quick. Then I printed out this little tiki guy that did not turn out well. Like, I mean, it turned out good, but there's quite a few spots where like on the shoulder blades, which you can kind of see, there's little air gaps. It didn't do a fantastic job of filling in. And then I just finished printing this guy, which turned out really nice. Just a little low poly base thing. So this turned out perfect. So been having a lot of fun with this printer. It's just so small and so easy to work with that I'm a huge fan of it. So this will be my next review, which I'm hoping will be like coming out this next weekend here. I'm gonna start working on writing out the positives and the negatives. King G invited you? I think I just blocked King G. I did. He was spamming chat. It's funny that he invited you. Dude, it failed again. I texted you about that, Bobby. What material are you printing in? Or did you tell me? I can't remember. Because it looks like it's wood infill. I don't know RC Life on. I like his channel though a lot. He's a really cool dude. I think he lives in Sweden too, which is awesome because that's where all my family lives. But I really enjoy watching his videos. He does a fantastic job of editing and audio choice, and it's just always really interesting. So he's definitely one of my YouTubers that I watch that does 3D printing stuff, which is really cool. Oh, okay, so you had him on a price select mini. They're not my kids, King. It's my godson, so it's my my best friend and his wife and 2 kids. But yeah, I have printed him. He's a huge fan of dinosaurs, so I've made him quite a few dinosaurs. And every time I do test prints on a printer, he usually ends up getting 1 or 2 of them. Do you have the TiVo Little Monster? I don't have the TiVo Little Monster. I was really interested in it when it first came out, and then I kind of heard that there was issues with it, like hardware-wise. And I haven't seen much about it since. I know that Chris over on his channel, Chris's Basement, someone brought it up today because he's building a Delta printer. I wouldn't be opposed to getting one, but it's definitely not on my list of like gotta have printers by any means. It's like a trophy I'm printing for one of Rob's friends, and it's the base and it's wood. That's why, dude. It's because it's wood, bro. It could be your nozzle's fucking up. I think you're supposed to technically have a hardened nozzle. Did you buy a hardened nozzle? You definitely want to print it slow. I usually print wood filament slower. And also, I haven't printed mine with a hardened nozzle, but I think you're supposed to. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a thing. I don't know if I'm going to get the CR10 actually, man. As far as I know, I think TiVo is sending me the Tornado. I don't have tracking on it yet, but I was told I've got the Tivo Tornado coming, and that's this guy, which is basically a clone of the CR10, but certain aspects of it I like better. It's got a 24 volt heated bed, their Titan extruder, and I believe it uses AC current for the heated bed, so it heats up a lot quicker. I've heard there's this like salmon skinning issue that I'm probably gonna have to work on with it potentially, unless it's something that they fixed. But I don't know that I'm actually gonna get a genuine CR10. It's up in the air. I pre-ordered the other day a Ender 3, so that should be coming, which is their newest printer that came out. This will be my first Creality machine. It looks awesome. It looks really, really cool, and the price is dirt cheap. It's like a 10-minute assembly. Heated bed. Build area is like, what is it? Picture showing it? 220 by 220 by 250, which is like the perfect build volume in my opinion. I kind of just want more medium-sized machines, and then I have like one larger machine because most of what I print is not that big, and I don't need printers taking up that extra area essentially. I'd rather have a farm of smaller printers. Like this is perfect for the price and stuff if it prints and performs well. So I'm not opposed to getting a CR10 though, because I know it's like kind of almost the meta of like what everybody has one of them, but it's still not. If it happens, it happens. Kind of is where I'm at with it right now. Can you look at the ANET E12? No, because when I woke up, the extruder was like pulling the whole spool off the holder, and then it broke the filament away. So is the issue with your filament holder or the extruder? I think I know what the ANET E12 is. I'm pretty sure that's also a clone of the CR10. It's green, right? Oh, it's not green. So I've looked at this before, but I think that I have not heard good things about it in terms of QC. Again, like this is something if ANET were to send it to me, I'd mess with it, but I definitely, if I'm going with this style and I'm purchasing out of my pocket, I'm probably going with the CR10 or the Tornado. Because I'm pretty sure my buddy Chuck, I'm pretty sure he reviewed it and did not have a good experience with it, at least in quality control. Wait, you said it's the ANET E. I'm thinking about the ANET E10. And you said the ANET E12. I don't know what the difference is. Which wood filament did you get, Bobby, off Amazon? The wood filament, because my wood filament is also off Amazon that I've had for a really long time, and I haven't had any issues with it. But then I haven't printed as big as you're printing. Like most of what I do is like with it has been really, really small stuff. Oh, E10 is smaller. Got you. So E12 is like the bigger brother. So it's probably like the CR10 versus the CR10 Mini. Yeah, I would definitely just go with the CR10 if you're gonna go with that body style, dude. Or again, Tivo Tarantula, which if I get it in, I'll be able to actually voice my opinion on it more so than just what I've seen and heard. Ooh. What is the best infill percentage on the Monoprice Select Mini? I don't think that is the correct question. It's not really about every print, depending on what you want to do with it, can require different infill percentage. So I don't know why or when this became a standard for me, but my standard infill for nearly every print is 20%. I feel like it's a good kind of in between being strong but not wasting a lot of plastic. Normally 20% is good, and if I need it stronger, I will increase the shell thickness or the amount of times that it goes around the shell when it prints. I know some people that print less at like 15%, and some people that print more. My biggest thing is I kind of think about what is the goal of the part. Is it something that's going to be actually used and applied, or is it just something that's like a little, like figurine type thing? Like, again, so for like something like this Batman dude I printed, I did it at 20% infill, and that gives it, one, it's strong, two, it gives the shell enough of an infill to grab onto to look really, really good. But yeah, you can get away with less, and again, more too, depending if it's something mechanical that is gonna have to be used in the end. Although I've used 20% for things that are actually being used in the end in some way, shape, or form, and 20% has been strong enough. So we'll see. I'm printing my head, dude. This is what's printing. So what you guys are seeing is the backside, and it's got all of that stringing shit is the supports, but the actual face itself looks fantastic. I was looking at it a second ago. Let me check again. But yeah, we're like 21 hours into this print. Hold on. Oh shit. Yeah, the print looks so good. I'm just scared I don't think I'm gonna have enough filament in this color for it. So it's like, it's finishing right here, right now, on my face. So we've got, let me see. Oops. Yeah, there's still a long ways to go. It's like right here. So we gotta do my big nose. And then the ears are gonna turn out interesting because there's some issues with the model, like right on this ear. I got some extra ear meat. But I'm optimistic. I think it's gonna look awesome. Yeah, this is the JG Aurora A5. As of right now, it's completely stock. I took off the little panel that covers the extruder. I mean, not extruder, I'm sorry, the hot end. I printed this out in PETG the other day, so I'm going to add this to it. It's a fan shroud, so instead of just blowing on the nozzle from one end, it has 3 outputs. So this is one thing I'm going to add. I have like a few upgrades I want to do to this machine. Not too many crazy upgrades. I would like to add auto bed leveling, just because it's got a pretty big build plate, and I think that would be nice to set up with like a BL Touch. I want to add silent steppers because it's a pretty loud printer, to see if that'll help with quieting it down. And the fan shroud, and then potentially LEDs, but we'll see. I think that JG Aurora doesn't have their firmware available, so just like Creality, they're doing the whole like GPL violation thing. But that's like one issue, is if that somebody hasn't already configured Marlin for this printer, it's gonna be more work for me to just add. If they like had released their Marlin firmware, then it'd be a lot easier for me to just configure the auto bed leveling aspect of it and leave everything else stock, versus grabbing a clean slate of Marlin and having to manually enter all the settings in. So, oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave it on that. Yeah, I'm on Cura. I still use Repetier quite often, but a few of the printers that I've gotten lately, like the this one, it seems to work better with Cura. Also, that little, I'll show you, that little Delta printer has their own like version of it. It's called Cura for BQ. So I've been using this just because it's already got all of the settings dialed in, like the profile, so I didn't have to create a new one. So yeah, I've been using a decent amount of other slicers lately, trying to branch out, especially because at work everyone uses Matter Control pretty much, and so that's what we make. So I've been trying to use that, and also Raise 3D has their idea maker, which is also a pretty good slicer. So trying to broaden my horizons a little bit, Bobby. I also got all of my stuff in for my next mini arcade cabinet. So I've got the Pi 3, the yellow joystick and buttons, the LCD screen. I've got the material. So all that I really need is an extension USB cable, a new power supply, and then the little audio speakers and audio driver on Amazon. So I probably got to order like $30-ish worth of stuff, and then I need to start modeling the version 2 or editing version 1 to do what I wanted to do, so that way I can get version 2 going. It'll happen. I'm happy I got the M3D review done, though. That was like one thing off my list, and now again I'm working on this BQ Magician Delta printer. Let's find something to print on, actually, while we're chilling here. I kind of want to see, because vase stuff is really nice on Delta printers. I kind of want to do one more vase print. This looks interesting. Not sure how well this will work, but let's try this one. And then after I do this one, I'm probably gonna do one like bust of a figure, and then I'll be pretty good with testing out the print on it. Wait, what was that even called? I just got double twisted vase. Double twisted vase. Looks like there's holes through it. Oh, we'll give it a shot. Go ahead. Save. Let's save this. Alright, save the file. Face double twist, save. Alright, you gotta get this print started. Alright, that was easy. It is off and printing. Whew. The infill, there is no infill, Bobby. Oops, that's my head. Look, the red is the only, red's the only thing that's printing. Because if you use spiralize outer contour, that's face mode, so it doesn't matter the infill. Oh, you couldn't see that, but yeah, that's. You'll see, bub. I printed this the exact same way, and it was fine. Hey, what's up, Colin? How's it going, man? All I see is head, but I trust. Yeah, trust me, Bobby. I've been printing vase mode on this for like the last 24 hours pretty non-stop, and I printed them all the same way, and there's no infill at all. It's actually like my first time messing with vase mode, and it's a lot of fun, especially when you're trying. Let me make sure the first layer is at least good. It looks beautiful. I'm a huge fan of this little printer, man. What do you got going on today, Colin? I just subscribed to you as well. Yeah, we're printing my big head, dude, that we scanned at work. So this is what we've got. This is what we got going on right now. It's gonna be awesome. So it looks messy, but it's just the supports which are doing a great job. It's just I don't have the retraction settings dialed in, so as it's been bouncing back and forth between the supports, it's leaving like gnarly stringing behind. But the actual head itself, I looked at it on the front end right now. It looks perfect. It's so smooth, each layer line. So that's all that really matters to me. And with the with Cura, I've had a really easy time removing supports, which is nice. On Repetier, for some reason, and I'm sure it's just my settings, the supports just stick too well. I always damage the print trying to remove them, especially if there's any significant amount of supports. But with Cura, it seems like the default supports just work, which is really nice. I like it a lot better. Got some food cooking. Nice. Yeah, man. I just saw when I clicked on your channel right now that you got the Mark III. How are you liking it so far? I've got like 3 questions. 1, how are you liking it so far? 2, did you get it pre-built or did you assemble it? And 3, what was your lead time from the time you ordered it to the time that you actually got it? Let's build this thing. Okay, so it looks like you definitely built it because I just looked at part 1 and it says Mark III is finally here. Let's build this thing. I really want one, dude. I really do. It's 800, right, for the kit. Prusa Mark III. Where is it on sale for $750? Original Prusa i3 Mark IIs. Prusa i3 Mark III kit. Oh, it is on $750. New orders to be shipped out in May, January, February, March, April. Oh man, May. I wish that they could find enough bodies and a big enough warehouse where they could actually get their orders out like instantly, like they had them. I know he's doing his best. I know that that's the case, and have expanded a lot, but I just wish that was the case. For some reason, my MatterHackers Mini only prints with USB. That's weird. Huh. What happens when you put G-code in it and you click print? Hey, Mike. So I try not to give my opinion too much on MatterHackers stuff because I now officially work for MatterHackers. So I feel like my opinion, I feel that if I give my opinion on it, it's not going to really matter because I work for them, and it's like anybody that gives a review of their company's product is, oops, to me, like it's a biased review. But basically, the XE, in my opinion, if you want to print in carbon fiber nylon filament like MatterHackers Nylon X, is really fantastic. And for the price, which I think it's like $14.50, you get the printer, you get 2 spools of Nylon X, which I think is like $64 a spool, and a print dry system. So again, the XE is really targeted at users that are going to be using it to print in carbon fiber nylon blend. So for me per se, I don't know whether like it's the machine for me because I've never even printed in nylon, let alone nylon infused carbon fiber. But if that is something that you are like an engineer or someone that does want to print in that style of filament, then for the price, I don't know what other printers can really print with that. Like, it comes with the Bondtech extruder, the Ruby nozzle, a Garolite bed, so it's like all dialed in to print that stuff. So yeah, if you're going to be printing in nylon carbon fiber, then it's definitely a really sweet deal. And they offer, like, I mean, one thing I will say that's fantastic about it is us is that we offer like not 24/7, but like phone support 5 days a week, and there's also like a 45-day money-back guarantee. So without getting into any more of a sales pitch, it is a really solid machine that is tested in-house, so, and built in-house. Yeah, that's that 3.5 month lead time is what's just the biggest turnoff for me, because I've got like no patience at all. I've got the Ender 3 coming, I think, in like 20 days, and even that I'm like, 20 days. I've been spoiled way too much. I've been spoiled way too much in regards to shipping with Amazon. Yeah, there was some PayPal issues I heard. Not sure if it was part of the reason. I did see that too. I think that they got so much money in their PayPal over the course of like 24 hours that PayPal put their whole account on freeze, and so there was a process they had to go through. So basically all their funds got frozen. So yeah, I know he's had issues. And I mean, I feel like it kind of comes with the territory. Like, everyone that orders a Prusa machine knows that they're going to be waiting. It's just been like that for at least the last 3 releases. I remember seeing that on the Mark II and the Mark IIs as well. It shows the bar filling up like it's printing, but not printing. That's weird. I don't know, man. I haven't had that machine in a year now, and that's not one of the issues that I ran into, but that's interesting. I would look in forums, dude. There's a lot of people. If you go to like the MatterHackers Facebook group, there's a lot of people with that machine. I'm sure somebody's had that issue or can help you out. I think that my video from 2013 is still relevant. Fantasy. I don't actually do video game hardware hacking anymore. Still very much so into video games, but yeah, I haven't kept up with the scene. I would recommend looking at Mr. Mario's channel if you're not subscribed to him, which I'm sure you are. He's very much so still active and prominent in the video game hacking and modding scene, so I'm sure he's got probably a newer video or something like that. No, Bobby, they are not all, like, they're all, watch, I'll show you real quick. So they're all like upgrades in a sense. So Pulse 3D printer. So you've got this option, right, which is $7.99. This is like the base unit. So you get the printer. It's got E3D V6 lights. It's got auto bed leveling with like the probe, the orbit probe. It's got the bed with the Bondtech on it. But and you can upgrade it like basically with whatever you want. There's different add-ons that you can do, and they'll build it custom. But if you just want the fully decked out one and you're gonna do printing in carbon fiber nylon, if you just look at Pulse XE, it's a kit or not a kit, but it's a $1,500 bundle, and it comes with the print dry system and everything. Like, you get, if you look down here, so auto leveling, heated bed with Garolite, Olsen Ruzi nozzle. The Bondtech extruder with an all-metal E3D V6. You get the Vicky LCD screen, filament runout sensor, print dry, and 2 spools. So they give it to you in a bundle that's discounted if you go that route versus building your own. But yeah, you also have the option to build your own if you don't need all those features, and you can just add on what you want to it. It's like a modular system, modular build. Yeah, I can see it being worth the wait too. And I mean, a lot of people obviously feel like it's worth the wait because look at, he's doing extremely well. And I mean, the general talk around his machines are always positive. You don't see people saying, oh, appreciate this, appreciate that. Like, it's always people praising the man and the company. So, and every time he comes out with a new machine, it like always adds features that are not really available at the time. Kind of changes the game for the rest of the 3D printing industry and market. Like his new multi-material version 2 or whatever is just freaking wicked cool. I just watched a video on it last week. I was showing a couple people. The Ender 3 has a nice compact footprint with electronic integrated in the frame. I might get it too. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that the Ender 3 is the can be like my go-to for just a cheap workhorse printer that because my thinking is if it's only like 10-minute setup like the CR10 and the Ender 2 doesn't require much upgrades other than maybe like a fan, and it costs sub $200, those would easily be my recommended workhorse printers. Because don't get me wrong, like the CR10 is a fantastic machine and all, and like Bobby has one and a ton of people have them. I don't really need that 300 by 300 by 400. I just would like to have like one machine that's capable of that, and the rest of them I'd rather actually have smaller scale footprint, so that way I can do multi-parts and take up less space. I don't really need all my printers to have massive build areas. It's more of a convenience. Like when I want it, but otherwise I'd rather have smaller guys to knock out multiple parts and things like that. Can you order the Monoprice Select Mini 2 or the Monoprice Mini Delta? I can, but I don't plan on it, at least not now. The Mini 2 didn't look like that much different from the Mini 1, and I think most of the upgrades I did to my Mini 1 basically made it a Mini 2. And then with the Monoprice Mini Delta, there's been so many people reviewing it lately. Like Chris Riley just did a video on it. If you're interested, check out that. He did like a whole live stream unboxing and print. I just saw somebody else on YouTube that I met at Murph, that I can't remember their name right now. They just did a video on it in the last week. So there's a ton of videos on it right now. I will be reviewing this guy, though, the BQ Magician, which is a really dope little mini Delta for 200 bucks that comes pre-assembled. So kind of comparable to the Monoprice printer. The only difference is that this one's a PLA machine only. It doesn't have a heated bed, but I don't know that I think that's a bad thing. I don't really know how much you'd be printing ABS on that tiny build area either way. The Pulse is a really cool machine, and again, not just saying that because I work there. We have them in our offices, and they just work. We print out pretty much. We like have free range to print on them all day long, and I don't do as much printing because a lot of my coworkers in my sales group, they don't have printers at their house, so I kind of just let them print what they want since I've got a mini farm in my room. But I have used them and printed on them, and they're extremely quiet and really accurate. The auto bed leveling probe that they have on them is extremely nice, and a lot of the ones we have are pretty decked out too. Like the one in my office has the Bondtech extruder and a couple other upgrades to it, so it's not the most bare bones version of it. Can you touch my Olsen Ruby Nobble? Of course, Bobby. The thing I had an issue with the Mark III is that the filament sensor was faulty. Got you. What was like the issue? Like the sensor was just not right on it, so it would trigger even when there was filament in there still? And what does his machine use? Is the filament, because I know that like for a lot of machines it uses just an end stop switch that basically when you have filament it clicks in, so when the filament runs out it pops out, and that's how it's able to trigger the filament run out. But I think on Prusa's it's a direct drive, right? So the filament sensor is in the actual head of the printer itself. I haven't actually seen that portion. Is it a physical thing, or is it more of a sensor? I actually like the Monoprice Mini 1 better than the Monoprice Mini 2. I like the display better. There's more options. Oh, I didn't know that was something that they changed. On it, I have one Model 2 and 2 Monoprice Mini 1s, even though they're all broke down right now. What issues do you have with them? So I had issues with mine, but that was more my fault for modding them. I screwed up my board, so that caused me to have to do a bunch of other things to fix it. But most of the issues with mine were kind of my own doing. God, I hope I have enough filament. I'm just like, please have enough. Mine keeps breaking down too. sucks to hear. I had to replace them 3 times. That's interesting. I mean, I don't know that I would consider them like workhorses. I did have mine running for quite a few months, pretty non-stop, almost like a like mass production machine, without much issue though. What's the main issue you guys are having? Is it hot end stuff? Is it extrusion? Like as far as the actual extruder motor and the extruder mechanism? Hot end clogging. Did you try replacing the nozzle? That would be my first go-to. Would be replace the nozzle. I had my JG Aurora was clogging just 2 days ago, which is mind-blowing to me because it's a fairly new machine, and granted I've done some prints on it, but not a ton. So I was like, what the heck? Why is it skipping? And all I did was swap the nozzle, which it's not even normally like a fix I do right away, but I was like, I don't know, something in me told me swap nozzle, and I did, and here we are 22 hours in without a skip. So I would definitely, that's a really easy, cheap potential fix, is swap out the nozzle, and then just make sure that the hot end fan is working and that it's like attached to it, because that's another thing too, is if the heat creeps up into the hot end, it'll clog very quickly. But yeah, I would try swapping out the nozzle. It just doesn't say it's not installed or wired right. It was installed and ordered correct. It's a sensor board with a hole in it. The filament goes through the sensor hole. Got you. Okay. Magic. Yeah, I think that it's basically like some kind of a I want to say, although you can't see it, there's like a beam or a wavelength that it sends out to the other side of it. And so when the filament goes through, it doesn't make contact with that sensor, that wavelength, and as soon as it passes through and it's not there, then it is able to send the beam to the other side. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, because I've seen similar stuff before. But I'm fine with the magic speculation. We can stick with that. I was actually talking earlier in Chris's stream about that he's got like wizards working for him with just magic powers and keeps stopping during print. Interesting. Also make sure that you're because I was having issues with the BQ Magician last night, where it was like printing and then all of a sudden filament wasn't extruding, and I ended up taking apart the extruder, so not the hot end portion, but the actual extruder, like the feeder part, and messed with the springs a little bit, and then I made sure that the filament spool had a really nice, easy path to the printer, and I haven't had any issues with it since. So I'm sure it's just a simple little extruder hot end, issue of some sort. Hey, what's going on, JKL? Sorry I didn't see your message until now. And I even put a J head on mine. Okay, so you did upgrade to a J head. That's what I did on mine too, pretty much right away. Yeah, that's pretty much my problem. Mainly, I like to print ABS, and they really don't like it too much, but they do a pretty decent job. I hardly ever printed ABS on mine. I have a spool of ABS. I've ran through a couple spools of ABS since the beginning of time printing, but I'm like a 90% PLA guy. It's just so easy to print in comparison, and it's really good for most of what I want. Oh. This was my first print with Pet G, which turned out nice. There was a bit of stringing, but I can definitely tell the difference. I think I threw out the PLA version of it, because I originally printed this in PLA, and you can just see like that the PLA is stiffer in terms of there's less flex, but this one just feels stronger. Like the PLA, I'm sure I'd have an easier time snapping than this. So I'm gonna print the second arcade cabinet out all in this green PTG. So I'll definitely be getting my hands-on experience with the stuff really soon here. Yeah, the Pulse 3 line has a ton of features, pre-built and good support, I would guess. Yeah, well, again, the Pulse is all built in-house. it's the guys build it in-house to order, test print on it, and mechanically inspect it and make sure that everything's fine. There's also a 45-day money-back guarantee on it, which is a really cool for the user. I don't know how cool it is for like the company, because you have to deal with a lot of potentially more customer support when you're offering something like that. But yeah, there is really, really good technical support that you can call up and actually talk on the phone with people, and that's a major plus. Like, one thing with all of my China kits, I got nobody to call up if something's not working, The extruder is struggling with the filament. It's not in the nozzle, it's in the heat break that's clogging. Huh. Makes me feel like it's an issue with your cooling then, dude. If it's clogging in the heat break, it makes me feel like there's heat creep, so the heat's climbing up into the heat sink and causing it to melt prematurely and kind of solidify in there. Yeah, I got a really good deal on a bunch of ABS, and so I'm printing with that mainly right now until I get dwindled down some. Huh, that's nice. I probably would do the same if I found a really good deal on it. I am still printing on my Folgertech, man. That is my main workhorse. It's super Mickey Mouse right now. Let me show you this thing, dude. So this Folgertech 2020 is the machine it's my first kit that I ever built, and it has been a fucking beast of a workhorse. It's got so many thousand hours, like thousands and thousands of hours on it, and I have had to do some things to it. I had to replace a nozzle on it a couple times, which is super minimal. The heater cartridge on it, I had to replace. The main issue that I've had with it now is that there is an issue with the thermistor for the bed. I think that the ramps board actually went bad on that portion of it where the thermistor input is. So it doesn't have a heated bed anymore. It's 100% PLA, which is fine because that's primarily what I print. But I had to do this Mickey Mouse job. So there's a thermistor. I don't know if you can see this. Oh yeah, there's a thermistor just hanging loose on the side of it that's wired up to the heated bed, because the one that was in here was having issues with it. So I snipped that. So the heated bed is still here, like the board, but it's not truly heated bed. It's just there because of the leveling is all set up. I was like, I don't want to mess with it, and it's just got that there to basically not trigger any sort of minimum temperature error within the firmware, because I didn't even keep my firmware. It's been so many years. But there's been a few times where I've been wanting to get rid of it just because I feel like it's run its course, but it just keeps shitting out decent quality prints, and I'm having a hard time getting rid of it, man. It's just been around for so long. Like, when did I build this damn thing? Let me check real quick here. Let's see. I'm on Colin's YouTube. Folger Tech 2020. That was 2 years ago. When did I build it though? The live stream. Let me see if I can actually find a date if I go under. Yeah, this printer has been an absolute tank, dude. It's moved with me. It's just, I'm sad there's not like an odometer on it, so I can see just the amount of hours and plastic that's gone through it, because it's just a stupid amount. Part 1. Does it have a date though? That's what I want. Okay, so March 23rd of 2016. So it's been running strong non-stop for 2 years and a month, and again, the only issues have been nozzle replacement. It's still got the initial hot end on there, which is just like the no-name whatever hot end. So the nozzle twice, which is basically a consumable anyway. The heater cartridge once, which again, to me, that's a consumable too after the amount of time I've printed on it. And the issue with the ramps board. But that could easily be fixed too if I just swapped out that board with a new board and wired up a new heated bed to it. So I could probably replace the heatsink. I mean, not the heatsink, but like the hot end with another one of that same style, and replace the ramps Arduino board and have this thing like breathe a whole new life into it. It's still working. So I'm kind of like, and it's I don't really want to invest too much into it because I feel like it's really done what it's meant to do. So when its day comes and it actually like dies, I'm not gonna be upset. I can't be upset. You know, it was a $200 kit that has just been, or maybe it was a little more, 280 or something, but it's just been so damn good. Like, I'm so proud of my Folgertech. I've contacted them because I would love to review, like, that's a company that I would love to review their FT5 or something like that, and they've never gotten back to me, which, like, just, it breaks my heart a little bit. Even if they told me no, I just want a response, because I love their machine. Their Folgertech 2020 aluminum Prusa is just fucking awesome, man. And I don't normally, like, rave that much about a printer. It's just, I've had such a good time with it. How do you like your FT5, Colin? And how stock / modified is it? Hey, what is up, Mod Shop? Happy Sunday, dude. Yeah, I was a little sad when the first 2 minutes of the stream passed by and you weren't in here. I was like, huh? No, just last live stream, you like popped in before I even hit start live or whatever. You were already in here. I was like, how did he know? How have you been, dude? It's been a few weeks. I was gone at Murph, and then the next week I was at another trade show in Long Beach, and then I took last weekend off to kind of get caught up mentally with things that I didn't get anything done. I couldn't live stream. I had a bunch of like family friend get together stuffs, and then Easter, jacked up sleep schedule. Did you do anything fun this weekend, dude? I got all my well, I got pretty much all my hardware in Mod Shop for the version 2 of my arcade cabinet, so now I just actually have to do the modeling part for the upgrades I want. But I've got the, I already showed this to you on stream when I got it, because this was probably this was like 2 months ago that I got this stuff. But this is the color I'm going to print it in. It's PET G. It's like a translucent green. It's really badass looking. And then I got, let me see if I can do this without fucking up the webcam. Hold on. Well, that's not good. I don't even know where I put the where did I put all of my parts for my build? It's in a cardboard box, I do know that. Give me 1 sec, guys. Oh, there it is. It scared me. I thought maybe I threw it out. It's gotta be in here, right? Yeah. I threw out a bunch of stuff the other day, and I was thinking to myself, like, did I throw out all my Pi 3s and all my parts? Because it was in an Amazon box, and so, God, that scared me for a second. So, I went with yellow this time, because I think that the yellow on that translucent green will just look really, really cool. So, we've got buttons, yellow joystick. And this one's not defective like the first one. One of the directions didn't work. I mean, it worked, but didn't have the click. This one's got a really nice click to it. So, super stoked on that. I went with the same 7-inch LCD screen, which is rad. We've got a little joystick to USB adapter. We've got our Pi 3. So I just need to order now a power supply for it. I need to order a mini, I mean not a mini, but a USB extender, like a foot one, so that way I can make a plug that you can plug in a wired controller if you want to use like an NES or SNES type controller. I need to order power supply if I didn't already just say that. And I also want to look into adding the ability to wire it to a TV, like you were telling me that you can do that pretty easily, so I'm going to look into that too. So those are mainly, I think, the parts that I need. I was going to do LEDs, like an LED behind the top portion of it, but I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. So we'll see. Can you do a TiVo torrential giveaway? All my printers aren't working. I want to try to get a TiVo for free, please. Sorry, Spider Guy. I don't really do giveaways much anymore. At one point, I was doing quite a lot of giveaways, and it just Most of the people that come from giveaways are not the kind of people I want on my channel anyway. I'm not like opposed to doing a giveaway for people, but I'm just saying, like, when you start doing giveaways, you get a lot of people that don't really give a shit about you and just want free stuff, and that's not the type of people I'm trying to attract to my channel, especially when this is, for me, like my hobby and my fun stuff. I don't want it to become like that. But if maybe at like 25 or 30,000 subs I can work out an agreement with some company to do a sponsored giveaway, then yeah, I'm not opposed to that, but that's like the only real exception. Yeah, I went to a friend's party yesterday, lots of drinking, felt like a teenager again. Oh god. Nice, dude. What was the reason for the party? Just because it's a Saturday night, or was it like a birthday or something like that? Unfortunately, that wouldn't work because everybody knows I would win the giveaway, but thanks for the suggestion. Machop's right. He's right. He would win the giveaway. It would, it's just, he would win. It says it was a fight with the FT5, but after the fight, it's been my workhorse. Did you say? I think I asked you. I don't know if you responded about that. Is it pretty modified, or no? You kind of kept it stock. You just had to do a lot of tweaking to get it fine-tuned in. There was quite a few of them at Murph. I'm pretty sure you saw them. There was a yellow one that I saw that looked really, really cool. It looks like it'd be awesome to like almost mass-produce things, so you can print out 10 of the same print on the bed if you get it dialed in enough. Yeah, thanks for understanding, Spider. My channel is more of a place for me to share off projects, review things, and just hang out with kind of like-minded people, or not like-minded people, but just people that are interested in printing and technology and all things kind of nerdy and geeky. So that's pretty much what I'm here for. That and any other shenanigans that come up along the way. Okay, you did a lot of mods. I figured. It seems just like a machine that's like a must mod kind of machine. Please do a review on it. I would like to watch it. That's one machine that I very much so enjoy watching videos on. I've kind of been on the fence, not for very long, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but between the FT5 and the Tronxy X5S, that's kind of like two that I've been kind of versusing each other. It's not a word. Because I've got the Tronxy X5 built. That's actually what my webcam that you guys are looking at is resting on top of. It just needs cable management and then some serious mods. I did get it printing pretty well. The bed is super shaky, but like when I slowed the print speed down to the Tronxy X5, this is completely stock. And this is a great fucking print. Like, there's no denying it for 200 bucks that this is a really good print. But it didn't just, like, this was not my first print. I'd be lying if I said it was. I had issues with it. Let me show you guys some of the shitty prints that I started with. So we've got Bowser with a nub for an arm. There was like pancaking on the layers. I don't know how you can see it, but it basically started skipping layers from the vibration. The infill was getting so ripply that it just started shifting. So then I tried changing up something, and then we've got super pancake Bowser. And then I slowed down the print very much so and printed this guy. And we've got sexy Bowser, which he's not perfect. He's got, again, it's like the support stuff, but that's more settings, not the printer. This is a phenomenal print, if you ask me. The detail in this is absolutely insane, and the fact that this is, again, a stock $200 China printer, it's hard for me to hate too much on the printer, although I do think that the bed is insanely wobbly and poor design in its default form. But again, the fact that it can quote-unquote shit out these kind of prints, it's definitely not a bad printer. In that sense, like it can if you are printing slow. I think I lowered it down to like 50 millimeters a second. But I'll be back in like 30 seconds. I'm actually gonna grab a beer. That sounds fantastic. It's Sunday. I'll be right back, guys. Hey, what's up, Rover? Thanks for stopping by the stream of my big head. Oh, what the hell? It got really foggy. That's weird. When is Little Mod coming to Thingiverse? I don't know. I will, if that is a request, I will upload my head. But this is what we're printing. Mod Shop, if you didn't see it, it's a big ass scan of my head. I wanted to do it life size, but I tapped out at 1 kilogram of plastic. That was like as big as I wanted to go, and I didn't exactly measure. I think it's gonna be 9 inches tall, roughly. So it's pretty big. So we'll see. We shall see how big my head goes. But I just want to use it for like pranks around the office. Like there's a chick in my group on the sales team that me and one of my other coworkers, we just mess around with her all the time, like all in cute humor. But I just like want to leave my head like randomly around. Like one time, like in her drawer. I want to like leave it in the fridge at work. So you open the fridge, and it's just my head. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be. Oh, you couldn't even. Did you see the head? I think you did. I didn't know if I clicked left, but I'm not sure if I was screen sharing or like sharing my. Yeah, there's the head scan. So that's what we've got going on. Come on, Pokey, burn this mother down. Oh, thank God. Oh, like my robot. Oh, I don't know, dude. I do need to model that. That's on my list too. But I've got like prior, what's the word? Prior, I don't know, things I gotta get done prior to that. Like I've got to get these company reviews out on these printers, especially since I think I've got a couple more coming. I'm just getting kind of too caught up. Yeah, I agree. Well, I want to do the arcade cabinet first since I've already got kind of most of it done. But yeah, it's gonna be there. I'll probably do a live stream of it. That way we can all kind of hang out and contribute to them. It's not gonna be that great, you know. I don't. Do I have a full body sketch of it? You mean like a drawing of the robot? Well, it's on my it should be on. It should be on here under, yeah, so I do. I'm gonna have to definitely do some tweaking to it to make it easily modelable. And I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do it. I'm thinking about just using like I probably need to start sketching on paper some like try to get them in like a side profile standing type thing, and just work on different shapes I can use to make the different parts, because I don't want to do it how I've done before where like I just outline it and extrude it. I actually want to use like 3-dimensional shapes. I don't think the gear is gonna be part of it. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I need to start putting some time into it though, definitely. Because I want to make them cool. I want to make them where if people want to print them, they can print them out too. I don't want to just throw together some kind of like, you know, like half-assed mascot. He's got to look cool. So we'll see. Should have done your hair like the hairy lion and then combined it. That would have been cool. I don't even know. I'd have to look. I know there's been videos on how to make things hairy. But yeah, this was just a direct scan from a scanner at work. But yeah, that would have been really funny if I had done that. Made it where there was actual hair you can heat up and kind of style. Man, dude, how do you sleep for 14 hours, Rover? It might not be that bad to print, Bobby, because I'm not gonna make it just like the thumbnail. I'm gonna kind of take him and modify him to make him easier to print. Like Joel's got his. Let's see if we can find it. I'm sure it's on Thingiverse. Joel. Does it just come up under Joel? No. 3D printing nerd. How is his guy not on here? Well, there's kind of it. With articulation. Oh, it's called Joelbot. Okay, it's not called Joelbot. It is called Joelbot. So it's probably gonna be, I don't know, we'll see. I can't model that well, so I don't think it'll look quite as good as Joel's. We'll see. We'll do what we can. That's all we can do. By staying awake for 3 or more days with only cat naps? That sounds terrible. Why would you do that to yourself, man? Ugh, Bobby knows me. Like, last year, I was getting like 4 hours of sleep. We'd stay up and play video games from like 8 o'clock at night till like 6 in the morning, day after day. And then I started feeling so shitty about myself. So this year has been completely different. It's nice now with a work schedule, but I start winding down at like 9 to 9:30, and then I'm asleep by 10. And I sleep from like 10 to 5:30, so I get my 7.5 hours. And now that my body's used to that, if I don't allow myself to get those 7 to 7.5 hours of sleep, I feel miserable. I'm just not a very functional human being. Dan is a changed Christian. Born again. Apparently last night, Bobby, Delilah, since I didn't stay the night here, she was freaking out because I left her in here by herself. She doesn't like being alone. And there's all the printers were running last night, so she was, I guess, just scared. So she was crying and didn't want to be in my room with all the printers. Watch, I'll show you guys a photo. Save the drive. So she ran out of the room. Let's see if I can find it. I saved it to my drive. But yeah, my buddy's wife sent me this photo last night at like 11 and said your dog won't leave the kitchen. And she looks adorable. Here it is. So this is the photo I got. So she normally sleeps on the ground in here, but I guess she gets really like lonely and gets anxiety when I leave majorly. And on top of that, I guess with the printers, there was like 2 printers running. She just was not having it. So she ran out and was just laying by the kitchen door all night long. But she looks adorable, kind of like a Scooby-Doo or something. It's my silly dog. Yeah, my lights do go out pretty early because I usually lay in bed and watch YouTube videos or work on my laptop for a little bit. Are you trying to print your trophy again, Bobby? Or are you kind of throwing in the towel on that? This is turning out pretty good. I'll show you guys this too. Printing this in base mode because this is going to be the next redo, printer review probably. I can't really get it close, but this little Delta printer is freaking awesome, man. And we've got it printing out another little base in base mode, so it's coming together pretty quickly. It'll probably be done, and see it's over halfway. So once it's done, I'll pop it off so you guys can actually kind of see it. George, oh, that's funny. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know whose video I watched. I watched someone's video a while ago that had the drone with a really nice camera. So it was probably like one of the DJI drones, and the dog was like jumping up in the air trying to get it. It was such a cool edit, the video. But yeah, that guy's dog clearly did not like the drone either. What kind of dog is it that you have? What kind of dog is Georgie? Let's see. Bobby said negative. I printed it upside down, so it's enough to look fine. All is I have to do is print the top now. Okay. How big is the whole trophy, dude? I gotta find something cool to do with my my wood filament, man. I've had it for so long and I haven't even gone through a spool. I know that Megan wanted me to print out like a piggy bank for Jamie, but it's just kind of difficult to print that, I think, with it. But I do need to make a piggy bank. I think that'd be a cool print if I can get some clear PTG. That would look cool if you're able to see like the coins through it. Holy shit! Oh, that's a tall print. She's a mix. I have a short video of her on channel. Huh. We're watching Georgie. It's like a kind of like small to mid-size, it looks like. Yeah, I like mid. I say it's a mid-size, kind of. I guess more on the small side potentially, but I don't know. There's a lot smaller dogs than that. Ooh, how'd your Groot turn out, Bobby? God, I want this head to be done. I think it's on the nose now. Stupid headphone. Hold on. It is not looking good in terms of filament, having enough of it, which blows. Because by the time I go to work tomorrow, even if I pick up another spool, it's gonna already have ran out probably while I'm at work before I get home. Meaning it's gonna be making a lot of beeping sound. It almost makes me want to kill the print. Like just pull the plug on it so that way it goes into like auto recover mode and pray that it can last for the 24-hour day. That sounds dumb. I probably should just let it run and pray or something. I don't know exactly how long. Let me see. Just don't let the dog near a sewer and a clown. Did the video for a contest. I was surprised the number of watches she got. People love animals, man. How many days and hours is left on the print? Oh, sorry, I just read that twice. I don't know. Right now it's 23 hours in, and it says it's 60% done. So it might be done before. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be done before I go to work. I'd say it's probably got like 18 hours left, roughly. I don't know, Bobby. I feel like pausing it's gonna fuck it up too. So what I could potentially do is if I wake up in the morning and I see that, hey, it's you know, the filament's really low, because it'll be towards the end of it probably when I'm going into work tomorrow. If I see, hey, the filament's really low, it really doesn't look like there's enough, I could at that point change the filament out and swap it with like a black or white for the top of my head, and that way it would be guaranteed to finish it. But I just want it to be all silver, you know. We'll see. Or I could drive out to like Micro Center and get a silver spool. I don't know. what my Sunday will consist of. Oh, Halo. Bobby's been trying to get me to play some video games for a couple. Well, yesterday I think is one. Oh, pictures of Groot are in Discord. Come to Vegas with me in November for the SEMA car show and obviously whatever else we can do in Vegas. Newbie. Oh wow, dude, that looks freaking awesome. Let me show you guys this. So Bobby's my neighbor, for those of you that haven't been in this stream before, and he has a CR10 and he printed this in wood fill and then stained it. It looks really, really good, dude. Where'd you get the wood stain from? Did you order it online or did you just go down to like Lowe's or Home Depot? It looks awesome though, dude. The whatever stain you went with looks really, really good. And the LED lighting on it also makes it look freaking awesome. It's a badass print, dude. What color is the filament? It's silver. It's our MatterHackers build series silver. I think Bobby was trying to get me to play PUBG. We haven't played it in a long time. We used to play it all the time last year. The trophy is on top. The base at least. Yeah, I saw that one. You texted me that last night. Home Depot, it's a little dark. It still looks really, really good, dude. Even if it's not like exactly how it's supposed to be in terms of matching the movie, it still looks kick-ass. Modbot, I'm about to start a print on the Mini. I can either put blue tape or hairspray, or I can put just blue tape or hairspray on the build. Oh, blue tape and or. I am a huge hairspray guy, dude. On all my machines that are aluminum or glass, I use hairspray for just about everything. I use this stuff. Anything will work, really, unscented, but this shit they sell at my grocery store, and it's really, really cheap. Rave 4x Mega unscented hairspray. I've been using this for a while for nearly everything, and it works really well. I have a spool of it if you want to pay me for it. Oh, you do? Bobby! My hero! Do you really? Dude, that's awesome. I'll just get you another spool of it at work then, if that's the case. I'll get it off you and I'll bring you home another spool of it. I'll get it off you today though. And then I might not need it. If I wake up in the morning and see that it's done and it completed, then I'll just get it back to you. But if I do end up having to use it in the morning, I will yeah, I'll just pick you up a spool from work and bring it on home for you. That's so tight, dude. I'm so happy that you bought a spool of that. And it's silver? Because I was going to go with gray before I ended up with silver. It was between the MatterHackers build gray and the silver, and I was like, ah, silver looks kind of tight. I like the kind of more reflective tone to it. It's awesome. Excuse me. Is this the same vase you printed, Bobby? It looks like the one that I saw, kind of, that you printed in blue on your CR10. You guys got that sick pink in... Which pink are you talking about? There's a new color we just got in called Emerald Green that I saw printing when we took it to one of the trade shows I went to 2 weeks ago. It's freaking awesome looking, dude. Watch. Emerald. Okay, that's not how you spell that. Okay. How do you spell emerald? Oh, there we go. Oh, Emerald Dream. That's why it's not called Emerald Green. Yeah, this stuff we printed with at a show, this is some badass green. I really want to get a spool of this stuff. This picture does not do justice at all compared to seeing it in real life. But yeah, that's one that I really want to get my hands on. Not the magenta, but the other pink. Is it Build Series? Is it just the pink MatterHackers Build Series PLA? It's pretty cool stuff too. This stuff. I put together a shopping cart of like some colors I wanted the other day. I'm probably going to have to wait till next payday, but I wanted just like regular white, black. I like the orange, the blue, the purple. I kind of just want to, since I have there's such a palette of colors there at work now, like I want to kind of broaden from just the few basic colors I've been getting over the last couple of years. It's been pretty boring. I kind of just go with your standard colors, but I gotta change it up. Yeah, it's a pretty cool pink. If any of you guys are not following me on Twitter, Nightbot just posted the link to my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. That way, as soon as this head's done, that's going to be the first place I post. I can't speak English. That's going to be the first place that I post a picture of it, so that way you guys can see it. I'm going to take it off, rip off the support material, snap a picture, and post it on Twitter. It's kind of like the first place I post project pictures on before I get a chance to make a video on it. But a video will be coming on it for sure once it's all said and done. I cannot print a big ass version of my head and not make a video on it. I use Instagram sometimes, man. My Instagram is more like, I don't want to say personal, but it's like a lot of like times when I go out and do stuff or pictures with the girlfriend. Although I've been doing some more. But my Twitter is more of like exclusively just for 3D printing stuff. I don't really talk to anybody on there. Like everyone I talk to on there is pretty much someone that I know through 3D printing for the most part. That's why I use that like pretty exclusively for 3D printing stuff. Well, my Instagram is like a lot of high school friends and college buddies and stuff like that. Oh gosh. So, because I've had such a good experience with this little Delta printer from BQ, they have another Delta printer that I really want to get in. It's a kit, so it's going to be completely different. This guy right here looks freaking awesome. This guy looks tight. So, I think it uses linear bearings, which is really cool. I've never had a printer that uses that. But it's got auto bed leveling. I like their LCD setup too, this is like the same one. Oh, so there's two different options. Got you. But I do like this one because this is like the same as the one I currently have right now. You got the option of the BL Touch or the kind of setup that this one has right now, which I guess I don't really care either way, but the BL Touch would definitely be more accurate. And then 250 by, oh, so 350, it's got, what? I'm confused. I'm not sure if it's 250 by 350 or 250 by 380. Interesting enough. But yeah, this Delta just looks tight. I think it's a 32-bit board, I'm pretty sure, with TMC 2100, so quiet steppers. It just looks rad. And this company is like what I've never heard of. They contacted me originally about this Magician printer, and I was like, I saw a video and I was like, that looks really cool. But I've just had such a good experience with it so far that I really want to see what their kind of other big brother Delta printers like. Grover said, already following. Hey, what's up, James? How's it going, man? Late to the party, dude. I was only gonna stream for like, I don't know. Originally I was thinking like an hour, but it's been an hour 40. It's been really chill though. I didn't really want to plan much today. I kind of just wanted to relax, print my big head, and just see who showed up. Everybody, please make sure you've smashed that like button. Thank you, Bobby. Follow me on Twitter. Awesome. Thank you very much, Michael. Run and hide. He's here. Looks like the same touch as the FL Sun Delta. Oh yeah, like the QQ or the Q that you have. Sign my boob. Thanks for blasting my 3D printer giveaway. Did you wash off the last time I sent yours, Colin? Oh, thank God. How's your Sunday going, dude? Yeah, the Q Cricket, that's what it is. I was just showing off. I got some of the stuff in, dude, for, we're going with yellow joystick and buttons for the build number 2. I got my LCD screen in. I got the Pi 3. So now I just need to order a few things on Amazon, probably in the next week or so here. But what I really need to do is start freaking editing my model with the things I want to do to it to make it ready for version 2. And start printing, because that's what's going to take the most time. But I do need to order a few things that I'll need to get in before I can start editing the model. So, what is the infill percentage? On what? On the head? On the head I'm printing, it's 20%. It is 20% infill. Just had date night with my wife, so she is sick of me now. What did you guys do? Did you guys go out? Did you guys do dinner? Or? I'm modeling 2 new ones from scratch, one for Earth and the top secret one I told you about. Badass, dude. I can't wait to see both of them. Bobby with the $5 donation says, we will get that Ninja Flex eventually. Thank you very much, Bobby, for the donation. And yes, we are halfway to our Ninja Flex that we are saving up for, our $70 Ninja Flex. No, it's actually cheaper at my work than $70, so we will end up getting our Ninja Flex and doing something awesome with it. It would actually be cool to get it and use it for the feet on my arcade cabinet that I want to build, since I want the feet to be kind of grippy. That might be it. But thank you, Bobby, for the donation, as always, gentlemen. Sushi and ice cream and a nice long drive. Nice, dude. I actually took the girlfriend out on Friday night for sushi. I surprised her. I don't really do anything spontaneous or anything, really. Pretty much a homebody, but I was like thinking in my head, she's been asking me for sushi for a long time, so I was like, sushi sounds kick-ass. So we went and got sushi on Friday night. Didn't do ice cream. I was very stuffed from the sushi, but if I hadn't been stuffed, ice cream probably would have been my go-to after that. Rhonda said MatterHackers will toss in for the other one. Oh, that's cool, dude. That's tight that you're on good standings with Rhonda. She's really, really rad. Super, super cool. I mean, everyone at work's really, really awesome, but she's very cool. I and when I get to work, it hasn't been as much lately, but I was showing up to work like an hour early almost every single day because I didn't really know how traffic was going to be for the first month, and Rhonda was the only one that was there in the office. So when I was walking into the office, her window from her old desk was like facing the front door, so I'd always like wave at her every morning. And we got to hang out a lot when we went to Murph together, so that was a blast. Had so much fun. Join print and place contest. Second place is filament. I feel like MatterHackers would not want to. They'd be like, really, Daniel, you're the winner of it. Dan is not a spontaneous type of guy. You are exactly right. I am not a spontaneous kind of guy. That's at all. I'm getting a little better. This job was getting me out of my comfort zone. I'm actually forced to leave the house and venture into the real world, so it's been nuts. Ooh, yum. Hibachi? Hibachi... Am I confused? Because I thought hibachi was like the grill. No, isn't the hibachi where they do the grill where they cook in front of you? Or is hibachi just like more traditional tuna? Rhonda and I are pretty much BFFLS. best friends for life. Can you look at my YouTube channel real quick? What do you want me to look at, Spider? Yep, I gotta head out, and if you have to build a new dresser tonight. Oh shit. Damn. Hopefully it's not from IKEA. I love IKEA, but their shit is not easy to build. So this just finished printing off of the mini Delta in base mode. It turned out good. There's a couple little spots where you could see through. I think that the walls are just a bit too thin. It's printing in, again, base mode at like 0.2 layer height. But this is the build plate on this printer, right? I don't know what the hell it is, but it's this flexi thing, and you stick it back on and it prints like every time, and the PLA sticks very well to it. But yeah, I've just been printing out I'm getting ready for the review on it, so I've been printing out various kind of bases to test it out. I'm gonna do like 1 or 2 different bus type things, but originally I was like, I don't really know how I like this, because I had an issue with the hot end. It dug into it once and kind of damaged it, and I was like, well, how are you going to be able to get more of these? Well, for one, you don't have to use these. You can actually auto level it with a different surface. So if you want to do like a build tack, but when I went on their website, they sell these little beds for $5.20. So that makes me like it even more, because 1, that is insanely cheap, and 2, you could stock up on them, which is cool. So I actually do really like these now, and I think that for a beginner, this is a really easy surface to flex, pop your print on, and then it just sticks like butter. That's not the correct term. You shouldn't say sticks like butter, but sticks like magic. We'll use magic. That's the word of the day. To the printer. So I don't know what it is. What does it say? I think it actually says what it is. It is 3D. Oh, it's PVP glue. I don't know if that's actually true. Either way, it works very, very well for what it does. So it's interesting. So when we let's see. They cook, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. So I know exactly what you're talking about. We do that every year for my girlfriend's brother's birthday. There's a place out here called Shogun, and they do the whole like, and then like throw it into your mouth, and then they do like the heart attack thing, and then there's the train and the volcano. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, it is from IKEA. Oh God, good luck, James. I love IKEA majorly. I wonder if it's the same dresser I have. You can't really see with my camera into there, but I have a dresser that I built probably 2 years ago, probably longer than 2 years ago, probably 4 years ago from IKEA, and it took a while, but it's been a rock solid dresser. So so when we went to your work that day, Dan, Rob, and Hannah didn't know that we were going to your work. They just thought we were going to some random place in Lake Forest. Yeah, I got that. I know, because when I got there, I heard Rob say that, and I was like, how come you didn't tell him you're going to my work, dude? Yeah, you guys goofed, dude. I could have given you a private tour of MatterHackers. Instead, I got to give you like a power tour, but wife let me, oh no, what did it say? Wife let me take our other dresser for my filming setup in the basement, so we bought a new one yesterday. Got you, okay. That's fair. I was like, it's not. Take your Bobby to work day. Sticks like butter. Sticks like butter. Dan, you can enter the competition. I will redraw if you win the filament if you want. No, man. I would rather let somebody else that needs the printer or the filament draw for it, man. I would be excited if I won the printer for sure, but I would also feel equally bad at the same time, because if there's somebody out there entering into your contest that doesn't have a printer at all and I won, I would just feel like shit. So thank you though for allowing me to be a potential candidate. It doesn't feel right, man. Just check out my latest vid when you have a sec. It's in the background. Dan, you can I did watch your latest video, the one where you're talking about the first prize and second prize. I think you said that there was 3 channels. I did watch it. I watched it, I think this morning maybe. Because I know you announced like 3 channels. I think that you said something about those 3 channels get like double entries into the giveaway, and that GearBest was allowing you to give away, I think it was a Trunks CX5S, and then MatterHackers was hooking you up with filament for the 2nd place winner. Bobby, so we're actually doing a meetup. If you, Rob, and Hannah, or whoever wants to come, it's on, I'll tell you right now, it's like the first week of May. They just announced it. Yeah, so MatterHackers is doing a meetup. Ultimaker's coming down, so hey everyone, the folks at Ultimaker will be here, and they want to meet you, coming down for tacos and drinks. So I will be going to this. I actually I think I put that I'm going. Yeah, it's me. So I'll be there. So if you guys want to go down to that, that'll be fun. There'll just be a shitload of 3D printing fans and free tacos and stuff. So that should be a really good time. The train ride was actually pretty relaxing at the time. There was like nobody on the train. I want to do that, dude. One of my coworkers said that if I took the train to work one morning, he'd pick me up from the station in Irvine and take me the rest of the way. Thank you so much for employee. You don't know how much it means to me. God bless you. I send out email blast for 3D printers, computers, gift cards, $100 or more. Wait, you send out email blast? Wait, what? Rover, what are you talking about? Where do you send out email blasts? Yeah, dude, tacos. Last time, and they're really good, dude. It's a huge taco truck that comes with rice, beans, and there's like chicken. There's carne asada. There's like el pastor. It's super good, dude. Tacos, you say? Mod Shop, please fly down for the tacos. There's also a ton of beer, wine, and hard liquor there too. They always have like a really cool setup with big thing of wine and beer and like rums and things like that. There's tacos, James. If you want to drive down from Canada for some tacos, you come on down. They actually one of the guys at work built a full-size cabinet. It's no 3D printing involved at all. It's a it is a CNC'd, no, not CNC'd. He actually, I think he said he used a rotary tool at his house, or is that what he said he used? But it's wood, but it's a 2-player one, and it's they just put it in the main office, so that's pretty tight. I'm sure that'll be up and running by then, so people can play emulator games and stuff like that. Yeah, it's only 5 miles from work. Train ticket was like $14. No traffic. It's great. It's at MatterHackers, dude. It's at the MatterHackers where I work at. It's at our place in Lake Forest in Orange County, so Southern California. Tacos are worth it. Remember to get a picture of it and post it in Discord. Oh, you want to see a picture of the arcade cabinet, Mod Shop? If that's the case, then I'll try to get a photo of it tomorrow then, as soon as I get to the office. I know you said you were looking at a building one. Yeah, this one's plain right now. It's just basically wood that was painted white, like white with like blue accents. But we're going to either be wrapping the whole thing in some kind of custom MatterHackers decked out decal, or we are going to have someone. We have a couple guys in the office that are pretty artsy, like paint it. Also look at the under 1000 vids 2A and 2B. Okay, I will go ahead and take a look. I do Discord. No, I don't. I don't Discord. Sorry. This is cool. How? Oh shit. Awkward. Yeah, I will get a photo for you then, Machop. If you remember, message me on Twitter tomorrow at some point during like normal hours of 9 to 5, and that way I just remember in case I forget. I'm sure I'll remember. Usually when I tell someone to remind me, that's a reminder in itself, and it just kind of gets it embedded in my head. We should get something else printing on the little delta. Let's see, let's go under. The only time I remember things, so Siri, set a reminder. It's like my girlfriend. She does that with everything. Nope, that's not how you spell Goomba. I kind of want a print that does not require supports. I want it to be a single piece. None of these bullet bills are single pieces. Oh, that's freaking tight. That is so cool. It's definitely gonna need some supports. Anybody have any ideas? Something to print. It's like a figure that doesn't require supports. I don't really feel like messing with supports. Goomba. Yeah, I didn't even enter print and play as contest. I don't have enough videos out and all my printers are broke down, so I can't get any content. I don't have figured that somebody else can have a bigger shot. No. You would not lose the respect of us. Anybody that's built IKEA furniture knows that it is comes a time in every man's life where he must be defeated by a piece of furniture. Oh, you did a bullet bill, Bobby? Yeah, I've been seeing him lately on the 3D printing Reddit. I could do a benchy. You know what? No. I work at MatterHackers. We've got to do a fill. 3D fill. Dual color. We'll do a fill, man. I've got so many benchies, so this is kind of a nice change as well from, not that I don't love me a good benchy, but I feel like this will be nice. Let's do, alright, open file, desktop. Oh, I've got benchy right there. What did I save it as right now when I just extruded it? MatterHackers. Yeah, I have your fill somewhere, Bobby. I just did a shitload of cleaning the other day though, so I'm not really sure. I kind of like moved stuff everywhere. I don't know where I put them. Alright, so we're gonna do 2.5 layer height. I'm cool with that. 20% infill looks good. 210, yada yada. 60 millimeters a second. Generate support? No. How long is it gonna take? 3 hours. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Alright, let's save. Hold on. Cleaning is so tough when you're into 3D printing, just because the models just kind of end up everywhere. Unless that's just a me thing, but I feel like... Saved a file. Be astronaut filament. Alright. There's so many fills at my work, it's insane. Everybody's desk has a big ass fill on it. Let's see. Prints. Next. Astronaut. There we go. Alright. 4 hours we'll have a fill. 15 hours or 20 hours or something we'll have a Dan's head. This is exciting stuff. I really can't wait for this head to be done. It's second largest print I printed. We're up in my big print game. We're not quite in Joel's domain with his massive, insane prints, but we're definitely up in our big print game compared to what we normally have done lately. Kind of getting into the bigger print realm. Fill me in. I made you a fill. Dice Tower Simple, easy. Benchy, Low Poly Pikachu. I've done that. Dice Towers Simple. Let me look at that. Is it called Dice Tower Simple or Dice Tower? Oh, fuck. Spelling. Dice Tower. Wait, which one is it? Dice Tower. Oh, those are pretty cool. Dude, you can never have too many fills, Bobby. If that was the case, and you say, like, because I already have one, I would have an insane amount of benchies. The Thinker. The Thinker. What's the Thinker? Yeah, Phil is supposed to be a torture test. They like when they modeled him, like they went to some guy and they basically told him the different tests that they wanted to have inside of Phil to basically make it where you can use it as a sort of benchy to test out a new printer's capabilities. Gray Skull. Oh wow. The Gray Skull looks really cool. Maybe I will print that out eventually here. Oh, the Dice Tower is a torture test. I didn't know that. I've seen them a lot, so I can't believe that this, it's hard to see it, but the only reason why this support right here, oh shit, I just moved it. Oh no. The only reason why that support is still standing is because of the stringing that's holding it in place to the next pillar beside it. It is so narrow, there is no way that that is, like, I don't know how that thing is still standing. Printed the Gray Skull Tower as well, pretty easy print. That one, 19 to 21 hours. Okay. That's not too terrible. thank you guys for everyone that's liking the live stream. Normally I like say, hey, if you guys can like the live stream, but I don't think I even said anything. You guys, a lot of likes on the video. I'm glad I decided to stream because I was gone at Merv, and then last weekend I really wanted to live stream because I was doing so good, like live streaming once a week at least for a couple hours, and I just got so caught up with all of the different like family things going on with Easter and friend stuff that I had going on that I just did not get a chance. So today it was like, God, I gotta do it. I've got to do a live stream. And originally I wanted to work on some kind of a project, but I was like, nah, it's Sunday. Let's all just kind of hang out and not work on much of anything. At least nothing too crazy. So for everybody in chat that has a 3D printer, so at least Rover, Colin, Bobby, Mod Shop, James, I don't know if he's still here, but if he is, Mike, and Spider Guy, and whoever else is here but not saying anything, what is your all-time favorite print that you've printed? Just one print. And why? Why? Like, it could be some simple answer, like, I can say blah, 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 and why? Because it's badass. But, like, maybe there's other reasons. Oh, James is here still. So, James, you too. One print, all-time favorite, and why? It can only be one, too, so no two things, no like this or this, just you have to pick one. Go. Okay, Pickle Rick. That doesn't really need explanation. That's a really cool print. My arcade, because it was my very first large-scale self-designed project. Also can understand that, because that is my favorite print. Either that or the lighthouse I did for my mom. And the lighthouse one for my mom was because of just how excited I was able to make my mom with a 3D printer. That was really, really cool. My 3D printer being rebuilt was your favorite print? The Hulk, it's an amazing model. Which Hulk one? I'm sure didn't I? No, I did not print the Hulk. I printed Shrek. Jesus. Ooh, is it the one of just his face? Like the kind of bust of his, basically his neck muscles in his face, or which one? Or did I? Because there's one of a full-bodied Hulk I've seen before too that's pretty cool. Post a picture of your bullet bill, Bobby. I'm surprised you didn't send it to me if it was your favorite. I would have to say the dragon in the hand. It was just cool. It turned out incredibly awesome. I did it in ABS on a modified mini, and I took my time and painted it, and it just turned out awesome. I think I gave it to my mother. The dragon in the hand. Is that what it's called? Which one is the dragon in the hand? I don't see that. Like, what's the name of the actual model on the Thingiverse or whatever website it's on? Bernie the Hulk Sanders is yours. We should be looking at these. Hold on. That's a freaking difficult ass print, isn't it? That looks like a really, really hard print to print. Like with all of the supports needed. I've been trying to win one since... Oh, you've been trying to win a printer, Rover? Search this up, Thingiverse. Pickle Rick on podium with text. Pickle Rick on podium. I don't see it. I like that Christmas ornament. That's awesome. I don't know what it's really called, but it's a dragon in a hand. I don't know. I'll have to look. Oh, let me look. Dragon. Because there was quite a few when I searched that. There's like this one, which is literally a hand holding a dragon, which is pretty cool. And then there's this guy, which is not a hand, so I don't know why it comes up first, but that is also a pretty cool little guy. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's that one? I don't know what it's really called. I saw that. No, I didn't print Hulk. I couldn't remember. I just knew I printed something that was big and green, so it took me a second, Bobby. Jesus. Hulk 3D scan? Is that what it is? No? I've been laughing for like the past 2 minutes. The head's looking good, RM. You can't tell by this because it just looks like a support mess, but the actual face is looking fantastic. Like 10 out of 10. It's insane. As long as it keeps up like this, the print is just going to be phenomenal. I cannot wait to be able to show this thing off. If you want to see the end result and you're not already, follow me on Twitter, RM7, because that's where I'm going to post it as soon as it's done, which probably won't be till the morning. It's looking like... my favorite print is Ryu the statue on Thingiverse. Ryu statue. Oh, shit. That looks like a super hard print. Oh, it's multi-part. Okay, thank God. Yeah, that turned out awesome. That's cool that they at least split it up into a way that's actually much easier to print than just trying to print it like that. That's a really cool print though. That's awesome. Hulk 3D scan is what Hulk 3D. Is it not on Thingiverse maybe? Hulk 3D scan. Oh, this is probably it. Oh, this is it, right? Yeah, that one's really cool. Oh, it already has the freaking supports built into it? That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's a really, really good model. That's tight, SLA. Man, what a good freaking... The details are just insane, dude. Yeah, that's a really cool print. That's wicked cool. 16 hours. It's a pretty damn good length print, man. If you want, I can post 3 YouTube giveaways. Yeah, that first one you had. Yep. Okay, cool. That's a really cool one too, man. Mike, the dragon in the hand. Hey, what's up, Dave? I just watched your M3D micro video. What did you think about it? It's a lot longer than my typical video, and it's actually strange because on that one, so I sometimes, like, for that one, like, basically, it was scripted in a sense where, like, I wrote the review for my website before recording the video, and then I had the text on the right, so it was scripted in a sense to where, like, I would read my next point, but it wasn't scripted in the sense that I wasn't actually reading a teleprompter, so I'd, like, look at my point, say a little bit about that, then go on, so I like that. When I originally had written that review, I didn't think it was going to take me more than like 5 or 6 minutes, but it ended up being a freaking 18-minute review. Was it too long? Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't normally do long videos like that. Normally they're pretty like bam, 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 bam. Like, I talk very quickly. So I'm just kind of wondering what you thought of it, and anyone else that happened to see it, whether you like that style of kind of a little bit slower pace, or whether you like more of my traditional, you know, shooting out. Wow, that looks crazy, all the different. Let me turn that off. 3D printer related thing number. error. 993. Why is it not working? For me, it's probably a tie between Bullet Bill or Baby Groot. Baby Groot did turn out really awesome, dude. Peep the Discord for pictures. Dude, that turned out sick. I'll show you guys this. This is Bobby's Bullet Bill. It turned out really good, dude. Yeah, it's freaking awesome looking. Did you set the... I feel like that was a... So the winky face was blocked, Roger, on your comment. I just saw, like, did you set the infill of your head to 2% so it's realistic? And I was like, man, what a troll. Then I saw wink face and I'm like, all right, it's confirmed. Looks good. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, I cut Ryu into halves to make it printable. You didn't model it, did you, Poseidon? Yes, that was that you had it the first time. Okay, cool. Inception. Yeah, right? That's what the it did look like Inception. When I have it showing the, for some reason, this screen. Wait, no. Oh, I think it's when it shows this. Whoa. That's Inception. Spooky. Yeah, that Hulk is wicked cool. Magic goo bit dot do dash. What are we at? We're at 61%. It's crazy how much filament it's using, though. Like, you can just see the spool just turning pretty quickly. This is the most filament I think I've used for one print. 1 kilogram of filament. That's a lot. Even my mom's watchtower, or like lighthouse, was a lot more hollow than this, so it didn't take up nearly as much, although it was a longer print. Wow, you've got serious talent, Poseidon. Is that what you do professionally, is 3D modeling? Because that's a really good model. What software did you use for that? I'm making a model in Fusion right now. I'm calling him Mr. Extruder Face. That sounds rad, and I kind of have a picture of what that might look like, but I'm excited to see the end result. And I made a rock for him to stand on with a magnet in his toe. Oh, that's tight. That's how it sticks together, is with a magnet. That's really cool. Yeah, I was kind of wondering. I was like, how is he supporting? Like, there's, it looked super fragile, but a magnet's a really good idea. That way it can stick onto there, and you can also easily pop it off and have it off of there. I spent the last 2 weeks printing nothing but Catan game pieces. Just got like 15 different color rolls for the job. Wish I had more than one printer. What is Catan? Catan. I'm assuming it's a board game. Oh yeah, okay. It is a board game. I've seen these little tile-like things before. I don't know anything about this game. Is it like a kind of Command and Conquer type game, or I don't really know how it works. I see that there's like numbers, so it's something to do with numeric values on pieces of land. I posted the picture of the trophy I'm making is also in the Discord, just to give you an idea. Oh, cool. It's a music note. Nice. Are you gonna do the note in wood as well, Bobby? Thanks. Yeah, I make models for games mostly. That's awesome, dude. That's really, really cool. I've done a little bit of 3D modeling over the last year, but I will say that nothing even close to the realm of what you created in your one model. It looks really, really good, man. Do you make videos at all on it, or no? It's just something that you kind of just do for fun for yourself, or not, you know, professionally or whatever. But you don't do any kind of like community streaming or sharing anything like that. Because it's really impressive, dude. I'm sure like there would be a lot of people that would love to watch you model something like that. 250% scale. Okay. On all three of them, tell them I sent you. So Rover, you saying you don't have a 3D printer? I totally thought you had a few 3D printers. 3ds Max. The main ones I hear about for character modeling are like ZBrush, Maya. I have heard of 3ds Max as well. Autodesk 3ds Max. It's mostly just like polygon pulling in a sense, right? Like you start with a main form and you stretch out the mesh and basically sculpt what you want, or no? Katana's resource point game, very fun and different each time. Huh. Might have to look at it because we're gonna do a board game night at MatterHackers, and we're kind of looking at game ideas. There's a really fun game that I used to play with some buddies called Talisman, which is kind of like a RPG video game and a board game essentially, where you like pick a class and you have to go around and like it's basically dice rolling, and then there's different instances, and you're basically like the other teammates I think are, from what I remember, are your enemies, or you can maybe team up. I don't really remember, but your goal is to get around and like basically power up and then defeat death in the middle, and that's how you win the game. I streamed on Twitch a few years ago. It was fun teaching viewers when they were stuck. Okay, right on. So you did at least do a little something with it. Yeah, so I was gonna say, if you're making stuff like that, you obviously like you know what the hell you're doing. So that's definitely not by any means like any sort of, oh, I just learned how to 3D model. Like you can tell that you've been 3D modeling. No working one. One, trying to win one on your Amazon credit to buy one. Two, working on rebuilding my monoprice maker Slippy 2. I bought secondhand. Okay. What's wrong with your monoprice? It did not have power supply or main board. That should be an easy fix though, man. All you need is a Ramps Arduino combo, which you can get for like 20 bucks, and then you get a cheap Chinese power supply for 15 bucks, or you can go with something better, obviously, but that shouldn't be that expensive or that difficult. And I'm sure you can find a version of Marlin that's got the pre-configured for the monoprice. He said he's got a really cool board game called Ticket to Ride. Huh. That's cool. I'll have to look at that too, Bobby. Gonna grab a bite to eat. If you're still on later, I'll jump back on. See ya. Alright, Mod Shop. I'm actually gonna get off here very, very shortly. I streamed already a lot longer than I had planned on. So, yeah, I'm gonna get off pretty soon here and just kind of chill, enjoy the last couple hours of my evening before I gotta go night-night. You said that. AFK. I'm gonna be getting off pretty soon here, Mike, so if I don't see you when you get back, thank you for hanging out, man. And good luck with your printers, all your troubleshooting. Yeah, you have the general idea of modeling, pulling and twisting and cutting blocks. Yeah, at least, yeah, no, I'm terrible at it, man. Like, I don't know how to use, like, the tools and stuff like that. I usually end up getting, like, I'm pretty happy with the end result, but I know that the way I get to the end is not the correct way in terms of usage of time and tools. The head is printing at 0.3 layer height, so not very fine at all. I just didn't have the patience to wait more than what I was waiting, and I think it is printing at 50 millimeters a second. I think I originally had it printing at 60, but then I had some serious issues with extruder skipping, and then I slowed it down and raised the temperature. That didn't fix it, so then I went ahead and swapped out the nozzle, and that seems to have done the trick. So I just didn't raise the print speed up again after that. I have power, mainboard, and display. Have to get connectors for mainboard to components. Easy hot end thermistors. Ah, okay, got you. Hope some of the evening would be spent playing video games, but that is being a little too hopeful. Yeah, Bobby, I just don't know, man. Nice to finally print my models into real world objects. Fun times. Hell yeah, that's gotta be so rewarding, dude. Like, I mean, I'm sure it's so cool when you have them on a computer and also just do like really cool renders of them, but actually being able to like hold what you've created on a computer is such a, it's got to be such a rad feeling, dude. What printer do you have, or printers? Like, what did you print that the print on that you modeled? I got my GG or A5 printing at 0.3 at 70 millimeters just fine with good filament. Yeah, so again, I think it was an issue with my nozzle more than anything else, because I swapped out the nozzle and now we're fine. I don't think it had anything to do with speed or anything like that at all. I think that, again, the nozzle, for whatever reason, it got screwed up, which is strange. How come you're using so much infill? It seems like you're using a lot. I'm using 20% infill, which is kind of my standard for most things. Usually 20 is like on the low end, as low as they'll go, unless I'm doing something, again, that's completely hollow, like one of these like base things, just for, I just dropped it. But for testing out like base mode, I'll do hollow. It looks really thick, but at the same time, this thing's probably going to get moved around a lot. I'm planning on taking it to work and messing around with people with it, so I kind of do want it solid. But yeah, based off looking at it, I probably could have gone with like 10% infill, or at least like 15% infill instead of 20, but I don't know. 20% has always been just kind of my standard for what I do on most of my prints. But again, I don't usually print this big, so in this case, it's like, yeah, that's a lot of filament. So if I ever were to print my big-ass head again, which I don't think I will, then I probably would do less infill, definitely. Tronxy X3A. Yeah, I probably could have done that, Bobby. Again, I just wanted to give the outer shell enough solid infill to grab onto. And at work, I think that we usually print our 3D fills at like 20% infill too, and those are pretty big. What's the X3A? I don't know if I've seen that. X3A. Ah, okay, so it's a modified version of the X3. But with auto bed leveling, it looks like. Nice. Nice, okay, so yeah, because I had the Tronxy, I think, X3. Well, the X3A is just a decked out version of it. That's cool, man. I agree. I should have done the hairy lion and combed the hair. I agree. That would have been way cooler if I could have parted the hair or something like that. You should put the camera... You should put the head in front of the camera and stream 24/7. It's nicely tuned now. There are lots of printed upgrades. Yeah, I bet. That's the fun thing about the China kits, man, is that I enjoy kind of customizing the printer to my liking. Granted, it's always nice to have at least a nice foundation to start off with. But, yeah, I do enjoy that. What do you guys think? Do you guys want me to leave this thing just streaming? I mean, I'm going to cut off my webcam portion of it, but I could leave the head just printing if people wanted to check in some hours or so. It's kind of up to you guys. I'm willing to take a vote. If we get like most people saying yes, then I'll do it. If not, I'll just kill it. I actually don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it on. We'll see what you guys think, but I feel like I'd rather just post the finished result on Twitter versus leaving this thing running with nothing going on. Especially because it's still probably got so many hours left. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and post it onto Twitter when it's done tomorrow. That way, because there's like the tripod's kind of spread open, so I can't really even get around over there on that side of my room. So I think I'd rather probably not do that. I've done it before too on a couple of big prints, but I don't know, just for this situation, like if someone wants to watch this video, I'd rather not just leave it. You know, I'd rather them watch it where we're here talking about stuff versus them just looking at a stream going. So anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna call it on that. I was gonna stream for like an hour or two, and it's 2.5 hours in, so I'm gonna chill for a little bit and kind of enjoy the last couple hours of my Sunday before I get to go back to work. I'm not too upset. I like my job, but I still kind of just want to relax for a bit. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. There's a lot of returning faces and also new faces that kept me company. So again, if you guys do want to see the end result, if you're subscribed, the video will be coming up eventually. But if you are not subscribed, it'll also be posted on Twitter if you want to follow me on Twitter when it's all said and done. So fingers crossed. Bobby to the rescue, because he's got an extra spool of filament. Yeah, I'm gonna get the filament right now, Bobby. I'm literally gonna walk out front as soon as I click stop streaming and grab it off you, just so that way I have it. I might not need it, but I just want to have it here in case I need that extra filament. So Mike, good luck with everything. Colin, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out, dude. Super jealous of your Prusa Mark III. And I'm subscribed now, so I'm excited to see some more videos. Also, if you get a chance, dude, make a video on the FT5, because that's something that I am interested in seeing. Michael, I'm sorry that I let you down with the hairy lion hair. I will need to print a hairy something on here at some point, so I can do it. I've never done either the hairy lion or anything like that at all, so that's something that needs to be done. But thanks for stopping by, Rover. Thank you again very much, everyone. You guys are all very awesome. And thank you for everyone else that liked the video and stuff. Keep up the kick-ass work. Sidon, with your modeling, dude. You're a legend. Seriously, I huge kudos to anyone that can 3D model like that. It's a really impressive skill. So I hope you guys all have a great Sunday. And if I do not talk to you guys throughout the week, I will see you guys hopefully streaming next weekend. So have a great work week, everyone. Or if you're not working, whatever else you're doing. James, good luck with your cabinet or your drawers that you're building for your wife. May the IKEA gods smile down on you. So I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.